What is up, flockers? That is my fellow lockers and aspiring lockers. In today's video, we are going to be getting up close and personal on how to achieve cornrows on your Microlocs or traditional locks, so stick around. Alright, Flock fam, and those who may not be part of the Flock fam yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already to join the flock, and make sure to hit the like button so that I know what kind of content you are liking. But something that I've noticed in analyzing some of my older videos is that a lot of times when I do these tutorials, I'm doing them quickly. Either I'm speeding up the footage so that you can see the start to finish very quickly so that we can get to the end product, or it's just a quick and easy style, or I say it's quick and easy, but I realize that not everybody has the same gifting when it comes to doing their own hair. I don't feel like I'm super gifted when it comes to hairstyling or anything like that, but I do realize that I do have some gifts that other people may not have. I know that not everybody can cornrow, and I can tell you for a fact that I cannot successfully cornrow loose natural hair. I was never able to do a good cornrow on my loose natural hair. I always had to flat twist in order to get anything that looked halfway decent. But with these Microlocs, I have found a way to do it. And so I want to show you today, and I want to, like I said, get up close and personal and explain it in a little bit more depth than I usually do in these videos. So instead of showing you a style from start to finish, I'm going to show you my cornrow method from start to finish and try to explain it a little bit better than I would in a normal video. So I have my mirror over here so I can see what I'm doing because I get tripped up. And let me tell you something, cornrowing for me is a mind, like, no joke, it's some Jedi mind tricks, especially when I'm looking in the mirror, because looking at myself while I'm doing it throws me completely off. So a lot of times you might see me closing my eyes. It's not because I'm jamming out, it's because if I do it by feel, I'm better at it than if I'm trying to look at myself while doing it in a mirror. So what I'm gonna do is, first I want to get my first section going. All right. And if you have traditional locks, obviously you will have to part your hair a little bit differently. Your sections might have to be bigger in order to achieve it. But when you have Microlocs, you're able to get smaller sections to do your styling. So I would say that I have, what is this? It's like 2 rows of locks. If you were to look at generally, I would say like that's a row of locks and this is a row of locks. I do not have a perfect grid pattern where it's like that. Mine is brick layered, and so I'm not going to have straight lines. But I would say that this is approximately, yeah, two rows of locks. And I can't see the back of my head, so I'm gonna do my best to part it as I can, but it'll just come out how it does. It will not be perfect, and that is okay. Y'all are probably already looking like, nah, bruh, you're already zigzagging. All right, so that's my first step, is I've sectioned off the part that I'm going to be cornrowing for this first section. All right, and then I start it the same way I would if you were starting a regular cornrow, in that I grab 3 locks. And in that same fashion, I'm going to start out braiding those 3 locks. And what I like to do is I braid under. You can braid over if you want. I cannot get it as tight when I braid over, so I braid under. To each their own. It's easier for me, and I'm able to get a better grip. So what I do is I have my 3, all right, and I'm going to, like I said, I can't see what I'm showing y'all, but I'm going to go under, under, under. Oop, I already lost it, see? All right, let's try that again. So, under. Is it this one? Under, under. All right, I got my first 3. And then after that, I literally try to, on the first couple of go-throughs, take the lock and grab just one lock when I go under. So that way it still stays small in the beginning. All right, so went under and I'm grabbing one lock to go with it. So now I have 2 here, 2 here. And then this last one, I'll also grab the next lock. All right, so now I have 2 in all 3 of the sections. And I do that, like I said, for a couple of times back so that it starts out small, grab one at a time. And then as I go further back, I do start to pick up sometimes 2 at a time. But yeah, you can pull as many as you want. You can try to do one the whole time. It's up to you. I'm not a braiding expert. I just know I try not to pull too tight because any style like this is already pulling and tight for me. It's hard for me to sleep on styles. But yep, I'm still going back, and each time, that time I grabbed 2, not intentionally, but it just ended up grabbing 2 and didn't try to drop it. All right, this time also grabbed 2, going back. That time I grabbed 1. All right, grab 2 that time. So every time I'm doing this, I'm keeping the tension going backwards, and I'm not pulling tight, but I'm making sure that I'm not like braiding up here, but I'm trying to braid as close down to my scalp as possible so that I'm not having super loose cornrows. But I also don't want to braid too tightly, like I said, because I don't want it to hurt. I don't want it to be pulling my hair too tightly. And I want to be able to lay down at night without having to take 5 Excedrin migraine. Right. And I would go a little bit faster if I weren't doing this on camera and trying to show you, but I'm just trying to go slowly so that you can see. And then eventually you do run out of locks to grab, and at that point you just continue the braid on down. Till you reach the end, or you reach the point that you don't want to braid anymore. Right. And then you can decide whether or not you feel like your hair will stay in by itself, or if you feel like you need to add some type of rubber band or something at the end of your hair. All right. I don't want to put all this work in for it to come out on me, so I will put an elastic band in. And I'm actually going to roll the ends up just to make them thicker, so that way the elastic band is on a thicker portion of the hair so that it does less damage. All right, so there you have it. There's our cornrow. If you have some locks that are sticking out in places, you can tuck them in if need be. And that's it. That's how you get a cornrow on your locks. Again, make sure to hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button to join the flock. Stick around and check out some of my other videos while you're here. I'll see you there.